today's our second day of Vertex Form, so it's more practice. So I'm going to go over a couple of things that are still within the Vertex Form, but a couple of different word problems and a couple of different ways to think about it. So I'm going to post the answer key as well, so I'm not going to go over the whole thing. I will just kind of highlight a few areas, and then the homework will be posted also that you'll have to submit. So if we take a look here, the first part is all about you just recognizing the form y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So pulling from each of these, you should be able to get what the vertex is, and then based on where it shows up over here, you'll be able to match up your answers. When doing so, you should get B, D, C, and A for each of those. With the next part, assuming that there's no value of an A out in front that makes it wider or narrower, you should be able to just come up with the equation based on where the vertex is. So it's not meant to kind of confuse you. It is supposed to be kind of a quick answer. What I really want to highlight, though, are these word problems. So if we look at the third one, a golf ball's hit at its height is given by the equation, and there's the equation. And they're saying t represents the time that has elapsed or passed in seconds, and h is the height in meters. So determine the vertex. This is in vertex form, so we know our h and our k. And we always said it's kind of like the opposite way of thinking in parentheses. So our vertex is going to be at 3 and then 44.1. Pulling from that equation. Well, what is the meaning of it in the context of the problem? So this first part, 3, is the time elapsed in seconds. So this is saying when 3 seconds have elapsed, the golf ball is at a height of, and if we look at this y value, it tells us height in meters. So 44.1 meters. That's what that represents. In the air, you could even specify. Looking at the next one, same type of problem, but a vendor sells sunglasses at a local beach. He finds that the price of a pair of sunglasses is set at X dollars. Then the profit from a week sale is modeled by that equation. It's a quadratic function, and it's in vertex form. So again, our h and our k are our vertex. So we're getting 40 and then 16,120. So explain what that means. Well, X says that's the pair of sunglasses at that cost, and then the profit is the Y. So if you set the price of sunglasses, at $40, the maximum profit is $16,120. And that might seem a little confusing, but the idea is if you set the cost of sunglasses super cheap, you don't make as much money. If you make them more expensive, maybe you have less people likely to buy them. So you have to find that kind of middle in order to maximize it. And according to this model, this function, $40 is the right price to set for sunglasses. Taking a look at the next section, again, I'll post the answer key, and I don't want to give these answers away right now, but to kind of help you see which one's which. With this first one, it's in standard form. So you would want to factor that. So that's doing the diamond problem. And I'll just say you end up getting this. And remember, that helps you find the x-intercepts. With B, it's in vertex form already. So these numbers help with the vertex. So then that could help you match where it is. The third one is in standard form. That factors, but it's kind of like the first problem on the last assessment. You don't do the diamond, you end up factoring a 2x out, and you get something like that. So that can help you find the 2x intercepts. And then the last one, it's in vertex form. These numbers help. And then also remember that number out in front makes it open down. So that should be able to give you some help. I'm going to post the answer keys for the rest of these. Be sure to graph all of them, show the key points. One other helpful hint with y-intercepts, I've been noticing mistakes, is all you do is put 0 in for x. So if I put a 0 right here, I'm getting 0 minus 1, which is negative 1, squared, minus 4. Negative 1 squared is 1. 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So 0, negative 3 is going to be the y-intercept there. And then with the last set of problems, that's some stuff that we were learning while we were in class. So go back, take a look at those, and I will post the answer keys. Have a good